people are living longer and longer these days. This is obviously putting quite a strain on the pension fund, or the lack of it. Now, the government has proposed over the next 10 years that it would like to see, potentially, the retirement age be at 71-year-old. So I went into Dunfermline High Street and I asked the good people there what they thought of this.
Shocking.
Shocking, yeah?
I should be able to retire in 4 years at 60.
Yeah. So it's just too high for you, obviously.
Yeah.
They're talking about putting it up to 71 in the next 10 years. Do you think that's
Disgraceful.
fair?
No.
Yeah.
By that time, everybody's really tired, and you've got people in manual jobs.
Of course.
That'll not be physically able to do it.
And the profession that you do or did, do you think you would have been able to do that to 71, or can you do that to 71?
I could, but my husband couldn't. My husband's in a very physical job.
Right.
And there's no way he could do it to that age. And then you've got people in, like, say, the police and firemen, all that. I know they can retire at 50, but
chasing suspects at 71 might be
well,
a bit difficult.
exactly. So they can't. So they can retire early. But I mean, people in actual physical jobs, even like the nursing profession, they can't be lifting patients at that age.
And the amount of walking they do as well, obviously, on a daily basis, it must just be...
Yeah. Put it back to 60.
Exactly.
Put it back to 60. I've worked since I was 17. I've beaten enough.
The funny thing is, the life expectancy in Scotland is 74, and they're talking about putting the retirement age to 71, so you're effectively working now until you die. It just doesn't feel fair.
You'll be dead by the time you get your pension. Aye.
I think it's fair.
I think it's fair. I hope it's like that when we get that age.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just going to keep getting older and older.
Well, that's my next question. So they're talking about putting the retirement age up to 71 in the next 10 years. Do you think you would be able to cope with that? Do you think that's fair?
I mean, life expectancy is getting longer, so I can see where they're coming from, but
then you've also got to take into account like the diets and trends that are in current. There's going to be a lot more health issues in the near future that we've probably not even overcame yet. So it's one of these ones that I think if you've got the money to retire early, you'd take that option, but obviously for a lot of people that's not the case, so I would hope it wouldn't go up to 71. Also, I don't know why they use odd numbers, like I would just make it 70.
Now, I take it you've been at the run or something today?
Yeah, just been at park run.
Fairly fit and stuff like that, but in terms of your profession, do you think you would be able to keep working to 71?
I'm in a trade, so my knees might give way.
They might,
and I work in events as well, so it's very physical. But yeah, it's actually funny you've stopped us because I just switched my pension this week. So thinking ahead.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
25.
Right, okay. Yeah. And that's you starting to think about your pension now for retirement?
Yeah.
As soon as I got out of school, I started my pension,
Where did you learn that sort of thing then? Was that from school? Parents?
Parents definitely.
Yeah, mostly.
But yeah, it's one of these ones they don't teach you at school, but they probably should, because the more you can get in younger, the better.
No, absolutely don't.
No. They're talking about increasing it to 71 in the next 10 years. Do you think that's fair?
No, I don't, but I'm already getting my pension. I'm 67, but I'm one of the waspies that missed out in getting it.
And getting
at
it, obviously,
60. Yeah.
What would you like to see the retirement age at? What do you think's a fair level?
I would say 63.
Yep. Is that about fair? That's the second person that said that, actually.
63. And I think it should be the same for the men.
Yeah.
I do.
Because obviously you've paid your taxes all that time. And
I've worked since 15.
Aye.
Well, I've worked hard, and I definitely think we should.
You get to enjoy your retirement.
Yeah, I think we should.
I think obviously the life expectancy in Scotland's 74, so if you're working until 71, it's not giving you much of a retirement.
Well, it's not, and waiting a long time to 66,
even then.
It's been a long time.
That's it. We should be sitting on beaches now and stuff like that.
We should be.
Not myself, no, because I don't get it till August, so I've been waiting a while.
They're obviously talking about putting the retirement age up to 71. What do you think about that? I mean,
shocking.
It's obviously high.
Yeah.
As I've said to other people, the average life expectancy in Scotland's 74, and asking people to work to 71, it's not really fair.
No.
So the profession you do you think you would be able to keep doing that to 71 if you had to?
No, I actually had to leave at 56, well, to look after my mother, but the technology, I worked for the government, and it was getting so, for the tribunal service, it was getting so complicated, all the computer stuff and that, I couldn't have carried on. So no way could I have done it at 71.
And if you had to set the level yourself, what would you like to see it set at?
I really don't know. It shouldn't go any higher, put it that way.
Just what it is just now,
I'll just be glad to get mine.
Age. It's currently set at 66. Do you think that's fair?
No.
What would you like to see it at?
60.
About 60, yeah. They're talking about obviously putting the retirement age up to 71 in the next 10 years. Do you think that's fair?
No, most people will be dead. No, it'd be physically strong enough for you.
No.
You lose strength for the time as you get older.
Aye.
So, probably no, not.
No.
Not just for like For me, it's industrial cleaning for any type of job, really.
Yeah, it'd be really hard.
Even sitting on a computer, you've got to be a bit like doggy dimple, don't you?
66, do you think that's fair?
No, I think it should be lower.
Right, okay. What would you like to see it?
Possibly down to about 63. Instead of putting women's up, they should have fetched men's down.
Reduced it a wee
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
They're talking about putting it up to 71 in the
I
next
know.
10 years. Do you think, again, that's fair? I mean,
No, definitely not. I mean,
Yeah.
we've both worked since 16, so we've contributed
Yeah.
till we were 60, so that's 44 years. Lots of people, I've had lots of friends die before they're even 65, so they've contributed all of their life and never got anything back
got
from
to
it.
enjoy it, yeah.
So no, definitely we retired at 60 when we could afford to, just as you said, to try and enjoy it.
yeah, exactly. And if you had to keep doing the profession you were doing, do you think you would have been able to work to 71, was it?
Possibly, yes, but again, do you want to?
Yeah, exactly. I suppose if it was
you're
somebody...
working, you get absolutely no enjoyment.
That's it. I mean, you've paid your taxes,
I
haven't you?
just when you work, you look forward to being retired. But
Yeah.
if you were up in it all the time, who said you're going to see life afterwards?
I know,
So
and
it's so
I
unfair.
think the life expectancy in Scotland's around about 74.
Yeah,
so if you're
so
retiring at 71, you're
Yeah.
getting 3 good years.
You're not getting a
really
lot
there.
out of it,
You
no.
get nothing back in return. No.
No. And obviously they're talking about putting the retirement age up to 71. Do you think that's fair?
No, that's not fair.
Yeah, it's quite high, obviously. The profession you do or you did, do you think you would be able to still work at the age of 71?
Well, I could.
Yeah.
But I'm a luxury
Okay.
sort of job. I'm a project manager, project leader.
Okay, yeah.
Mostly in the office.
Yeah.
But if you're working hard,
If you were a manual labourer, perhaps you
oh
might
yeah,
not be able to do
you
that
should.
sort of thing.
You should be able to retire earlier. I
Yeah.
think 50, 55.
Yeah.
You've earned your retirement. I
Yeah.
think
And you think that would be a fair sort of level?
that would be fair.
I think it's miles too high.
You think it's too high?
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough to take early retirement the end of last year
Right, okay.
at 57.
57, yeah.
You know, because I just thought, no way am I working till 66, 67. You know,
quite much.
to work all your life, and I've lost many friends and relatives that have worked all their life till 65, 66,
Yeah.
and then passed away the year after.
Gee whiz. And what do you think then, obviously, about the retirement age potentially going up to 71 within the next 10 years? Do you think
It's
that's...
disgraceful.
It really is.
I mean, I know the government is saying people are living longer,
Yeah.
but I still think it's miles too high.
Yeah. And the type of profession that you did, do you think you would have been able to do that to 71?
Possibly,
Yeah.
possibly, because we both worked at. Well, my fiance still works at the same company,
Yep.
BAE Systems.
Okay, yeah.
Back in back near home, near Blackburn.
Right, okay.
It's in between Blackburn and Preston.
Yeah.
And we're lucky enough to work in offices. If we did a manual job,
Might be a bit different.
oh, it'd be a different story. I don't think we could work till
that
70, 71. No.
And what do you think would be a fair level then? What do you think the fair sort of cap? Some people have said as low as sort of 50, 55. Do you think that's fair, or
I'd say 58.
about 58, yeah?
58.
Is that because you've just retired?
Yeah.
So currently it's set to 66-year-old. What do you think about that retirement age at the moment?
Well, the fact that it's going to take jobs away for the younger ones,
Yeah.
when they leave the school, there isn't going to be any jobs for them.
Not much for them.
And a lot of the older people are either going to be dead or not fit.
Aye.
Especially with the cost of living and that
Exactly,
as well.
yeah, exactly. Now, there's talk of the retirement age going up to 71 in the next 10 years. Do you think that's acceptable?
No,
No.
I think that's appalling. Appalling. I'm thinking my daughter and my daughter-in-laws.
Yeah.
No way.
Very difficult.
No way. There's not going to be jobs for any of the young folk, and a lot of the people that have got all the trades
Yeah.
are going to be absolutely done.
Yeah.
They should be encouraging a lot of the younger ones
Exactly.
into work now, and encouraging a lot of training
Yeah.
with the ones that are there in employment just now before they retire,
Of course.
and give them that chance to retire when they're well enough and able enough to enjoy a bit of their life after they've retired.
So, as you could hear, people are rightfully annoyed. Some people have worked all their days since the age of 15 and are now barely getting a chance to enjoy their retirement in their later years. A proposal to put the retirement age to 71 when the life expectancy in Scotland is 74 just seems disgraceful. Now, you've heard what the people of Dunfermline have had to say. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.